Mr. Garrett will open the door. Willie Jett will introduce himself. He'll say, hello, my name's Willie Jett. I believe you know my father. He used to live in King and Queen County, and Mr. Garrett has some remembrance of Willie Jett's father. And he says, I have this man with me, this is Booth, with a broken leg. He is a wounded Confederate soldier who is from Maryland. He is trying to make his way back up to Maryland. Definitely not true. Will you take care of him for a day or two until myself and my associate can come back for him? And Mr. Garrett says, yes, absolutely. I'm more than willing to take care of a wounded Confederate soldier. Two of my sons just returned from the war. He has a large farm. I don't know how much space he has because his house is nice, but he already had a whole bunch of kids living in it, but he says, we'll make room. And so Booth is allowed to stay with the Garretts mainly because they do not know who he is. So he is a stranger to them. He gives his name as James Boyd. And the reason he has to do that is because Booth actually has his own initials tattooed on his hand. When he was a young child, he took some India ink and he tattooed himself JWB. So it was one of the pieces of identification that the authorities would use later, but it kind of forced him to stay in the same name range when it comes to his aliases. So he was James William Boyd to the Garretts.